It's gorilla time.
You want to just plug your Instagram?
Yeah.
How many T's are in it? Look, you don't even know. You supposed to know that. Caddy mommy with 8 T's, goddammit.
Oh, it's 3.
You can, if you have anything, you can add it in. It's 3 T's? No, it's T-A-T-T-T. Oh, no, it's the M's. It's a lot of M's.
Yeah, 2.
And how many,
Spelled right.
but how many M's and how many underscores?
2.
Oh, it's 2 underscores. So, what's your current relationship status? That has to be asked. That it has to be on the record.
I am legally married.
Legally married,
But
okay.
I'm single.
But you're in the process of a divorce.
Yes.
Have been for
Separation, yeah.
a few
All
months, right? We know that takes time
That. It does take time.
in this day and age. Okay, so but you're
Especially
single,
with children.
especially with children, it's whatever, right? So you're single, though. Okay, and you date. I think I seen you on the TV or something on a dating app.
Yeah,
You was on
that
TV
was
for that?
BOK
Mhm.
dating app.
Okay.
I don't use it anymore though, but
Why not? Why don't you use it no more?
those apps honestly are all the same. The dudes that I meet on there all want the same things, like plenty
Sex.
of fish. Exactly. So I really just did that for the exposure to be on the what was it, NBC
Mhm.
Nightlife. So
Yeah, yeah.
other than that, no, I don't use those apps.
Okay. But you just did your thing. Hold on a second. Got some free food and stuff.
Got some free food.
That's good.
Definitely.
That's cool, right? That's great. So, I mean, you're. I don't know if you want to disclose, but you know, how long were you married for? This marriage.
Make sure you make
Yeah,
that
yeah.
known. that
This
marriage.
marriage. Huh?
We got married August 2018.
Okay. What went wrong?
I said 2018 with August 2019.
2019. You're right.
We got
What went wrong?
engaged 2017.
Okay.
Married 2019.
It took y'all that long to get married?
Yeah, because I was still
Oh
married.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You was coming out of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know how long a marriage takes to get out of.
It's lucky if everything they're saying is kind of muffled.
What went wrong? Honestly, I feel like I just outgrew him. When I met him, I was young, and I was accepting a lot of stuff that now I'm not okay with. So I don't know. As I got older, I started to realize that all the stuff I was doing and accepting before, I'm not okay with now, and I'm not accepting it now. So it's like a lot of bare minimum stuff that's been going on, and I've been patient enough, waiting around and trying to give them a chance to get everything together. But I'm just at that point where I'm just over it.
Okay. And okay. I mean, I know you personally, so I know that all that's true, right? And he's older than you,
He's
right?
older than me by 10 years.
By
Right?
10. Okay. So, I've seen you complain about this a lot on the internet, on Instagram and stuff like that, about 50-50 relationships, right? That's kind of something that was an issue in
Yes.
this situation?
Yes. Okay. So that was a huge issue for me because I feel as though if I can do it all by myself, I might as well do it all by myself. I'm not okay with 50-50 anymore because once I started, how can I say this? Once I started making more money than him, honestly, I started to realize that it was like a roommate situation. Like, okay, paying half of the bills, paying half of this, paying half of that, and if I go buy something, or he goes buy something for the household or for the children, he's expecting me to give him half the money back. Like, it started to,
a refund.
yes, like it started to make me mad. Like, what the fuck? So, and then
You good?
okay. So and then when it comes to having sex and stuff, I started to feel like, okay, like I said, a roommate, but a roommate that's having sex. Like, I feel as though in a marriage, I shouldn't have to take care of half of the bills. I feel as though the man should be stable enough that he can take care of the household, and I always contribute regardless. So I don't mind paying
Because you're
bills.
not against contributing.
Right.
You're
I'm not
very
against
vocal about it.
contributing. I problem with it. I just feel as though, as the man of the household, you want me to be submissive to you. You have to give me a reason to be submissive. And if I'm paying half the bills, why would I want to be submissive?
Why would you
like,
submit to that?
No, that's not okay. Like, that's ghetto.
Yeah. So I mean, I've heard there's a lot of women I've heard talk about this, and they said they cool with 70-30,
I can do
75-25,
Yeah.
85, but 50-50.
Yeah, not 50.
That's like what are we doing here?
Right, because I feel like if I'm gonna do 50-50, I could go be in my own place. If I want to have a roommate and help me pay bills, and I have to worry about having sex with that person, I could do that. Like, for real, be real. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But like you said, 70-30, I could do that. You know, I'll pay the utilities, buy the groceries, I'll still cook and clean. But you're taking care of the major bills.
Yeah, especially the main stuff, right?
And then my car is paid off too, so it's not like you're taking care of any of my bills. Just my personal bills. Like, I can take care of my own, like my nails, my hair. You know, I do my own stuff anyway. So it's like you're not really doing anything besides taking care of the household.
Exactly. Which I mean, obviously you should be doing that. It just, to me, it should be common sense for a man to do something like that. Right.
Exactly.
Okay. So, going forward now in life, now that you're, I wouldn't necessarily say seeking a relationship, but one might come around.
Right.
You're not tolerating that type of.
I'm not, because, and I don't mean to be shallow, but I'm at the place now where I have my own place. I have my own car that's paid off. If I have my own everything and I'm paying for everything on my own, that person that.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right there, because the main point is that this woman doesn't believe in going 50-50 in a relationship, especially if she makes more. She still thinks that the guy should. It's bugged out. So she just got puffed up because of her head. But you know what? I'm gonna stop myself right there. Give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, in which we learned this truth. And shalom to you brothers out there pushing said truth. But it's really bugged out when you listen to more of the story, because this woman was in a position where she was earning the same amount as her dude, and they were going 50-50. But for some reason, since she started making more, she feels as though she shouldn't have to go 50-50 anymore. That's oxymoronic. If anything, if you don't feel like you should go 50-50, you should give him everything, which that's what the scriptures tell you to do in the first place. But aside from that, even just speaking on the worldly standard, it doesn't make much sense for her to feel that she outgrew the man that she claimed that she loves, or that she, just because he's not making or earning that same amount, and which I'm pretty sure he's still earning a pretty good penny, but she just feels elevated, because that's the reason why men used to argue about being the breadwinners at the table about what was like 20 years ago, because of this pride that would set into a woman, and it's out of order, and this guy right here on the left, who calls himself a Hebrew Israelite or a bishop, a high priest, he's out of order too, because he's condoning it, and he's trying to make it smooth. He's trying to be smooth to make her understand a certain thing, which she's not gonna understand any of this at the end of the day. He's flirting with her and shit. It's no way you can make this look cool to somebody that is not meant to be for, man. And that's what he's trying to do. Because if you do try to make it look smooth and cool, well, guess what you're doing? You're probably lying somewhere in one of your statements or sentences. But this is Tobit chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse I'm gonna start at verse 9, just to understand, let you know the hell that Tobit was going through. But it says, the same night also I returned from the burial and slept by the wall of my courtyard, being polluted, and my face was uncovered, and I knew not that there were sparrows in the wall. And it says he was polluted because he had buried some dead, so he was a bit unclean. And it says, in mine eyes being opened, the sparrows muted warm dung into mine eyes. So some birds sucked some hot shit literally into the brother's eyes, and he went blind. It says, and whiteness came into mine eyes. And I went to the physicians, but they helped me not. Moreover, Akaya Karas did nourish me until I went to Elamias, just a few brothers that were helping him through his sickness. And it says, and my wife Anna did take women's works to do. And when she had sent them home to the owners, they paid her wages and gave her also besides a kid. So when Tobit wasn't able to perform certain tasks, guess what? His woman stepped in, you know, and she didn't buck up against him, man. You know, when you actually read down, you know, she said something that made him feel like shit because he really wanted to, you know, he wanted to be the man and to take care of his household. That's how men feel. But guess what? We live in a day and age where women get better jobs than men. And these rules, according to this Bible, they don't change. A woman is still a helpmate. The thing is that women don't want to help. They get on and they don't want to put nobody on. A man, it's means about it. That women will get with will be poor as fuck and they'll get with a rich man, but they won't get rich and get with a poor man, you know. Or the same thing, you know, a man, a rich man, he'll choose a poor woman. He'll try to see something delightful in her for her to be a servant unto him. Oh, well, that's because women are the prize. Women are not the prize according to the scriptures, you know. Although women are a gift and they're extra help, yeah, they, you know, with certain things, but ultimately the man is really her prize. You know, he's her salvation, he's her protector, he's her help, and he's really supposed to be the breadwinner. But the society, it downplays men to just money, you know, because that's all he really has. And then those that don't have or earn as much, they're looked at as less upon because that's the type of world that is created that this man has basically forged, man. All right, I'm gonna go from there. And, you know, I'm probably going to go to the next clip on this because I don't like this guy, man. And it's not like a personal thing. It's just, it's like he's polluting the scriptures like so horribly. And he bucks up against those that he learned from. It just makes no sense. From the sex on the Sabbath to Paul wasn't really a man of the Lord, all this types of shit. You guys just don't have it. And it's annoying to hear these things. But this is this is Sirach chapter 22, verse 4. It says, a wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband. What it says, an inheritance. So everything that comes along with the woman, because for one, the woman is a piece of property, according to the scriptures. She's a piece of property that belongs to her husband, as we are a piece of property that belongs to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai the Son. These are the rules, baby. That's just how it goes. It says you are bought for a price and you are not your own. Now, if a woman chooses to not believe that she is a man's property, she can go out there and just be Esau's property because guess what? According to the way that things are set up, even according to the Bible, the Lord sold us unto our enemies, so we do belong to them, you know. But some of us, he about to be able to redeem and buy back. And for a woman to be bought back from this, from the guy that's about to go down, who bought your ass from the Lord, you know, rather stole, you won't be able to be a part of that salvation if you choose to be that single black woman or to be a harlot or to be anything contrary to these scriptures, homosexual, or just a proud woman. This woman is proud, man. Like, you were going 50-50 with the man and you had more than enough. How is that a problem? Because you wanted to be able to do things on your own. You have that Eve spirit to where it's true. Our women just don't want to fucking do shit with us, man. They'll struggle with a heathen. You got nigga women out there that are struggling with heathens, but they won't do that shit for us. They will leave your ass in a hot second because they don't see any value in you. But it says a wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband. You know, by if she was good to her father, and the father had the substance, he would bless her with a great inheritance. And guess what? That inheritance and all that money, whether it's land, cattle, anything that she had, where did it go? It went to her husband because he owned her and he owned everything that came with her. And that's just how that goes. And it goes on to say, but she that lives dishonestly is her father's heaviness. And that's the reason why most of you do not have fathers. You have Esau E to be your father. But I'm going to go from there to this next clip.
Fucking drug dealers come up in here tonight. We need them drug dealers and them scammers. Bitch, I'm trying to get my ass done. My bitches got bills to pay. My baby daddy keep trying to fix my tax money. That broke ass fucking nigga, bitch. I got some good ass pussy and my fucking legs hurt. Who got some good ass pussy? Like a motherfucking fat. Let's go get that motherfucking money. Let's go. Come on. Fucking drug.
trying to get this scripture in Proverbs. I can't remember it. But it does say, I'll just quote it. It says, by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, which is what these women were praying for. They were praying to God to be whores, to get money from drug dealers and hood rich niggas. And to some, this would be like, yes, girl, or it's just a joke, it's funny, and it's not. This is the devaluing. If you're making a joke out of yourself, then you really are the fucking joke, man. This is what people think of our nation. And you got people like, hey, like, I'll go back to the guy, the Gorilla Hebrew. He wants shit like this to continue. You must. Because to teach contrary, that's going to end us right back into this. And this man uses so much grease that he is slipping, man. You know? It's slipping. You can't pacify the wickedness of these women nor of these men. They got to be judged one and the same, man. Because it all goes back to this. As I read in, I'm not going to get the one in Sirach 26, but I read that in Sirach 27th chapter. So I'm going to read this right here in Genesis 3:16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In the sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So that's all. That's it. That's all, man. All right. Women don't get with a man for extra substance. Nowadays they do, but that's not just the way that a woman's supposed to be, man. Shit. A woman doesn't want to have the basics, man, which is a place to eat, wash her ass, and enjoy family. They want the lascivious things, man. They want the worldly things. But I'm going to give you the rundown on what Paul said about it. The reason why you got guys like, you know, Gorilla Hebrew, Gorilla Time, whatever the fuck that dumbass shit says. Salaki, man. Salaki for my language, but it's just so silly. And this thing is meant to be taken seriously, man. But, yeah, the breakdown is that it's not about the face value thing or all the glorious things. It's really about the true love. And then in the kingdom, we'll get to shine with the true love and the glorious things, having understood the message that we were meant to get. But all what he was talking to that woman about reminded me of what these hoes was just talking about. Money. And they have enough. That's why it says that such have received benefits in their lifetime and have not known me. But this is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. All right, the basics, really. You know, a basic covered over dress or types of garments to where, you know, she's not catching much attention. It says with shamefacedness and sobriety. And these mindsets of these women, whether they be physically sober or not, they're not mentally sober up there. You know, for one, they don't have a husband to guide them, nor do they listen to men, nor do most of them were not raised up with fathers. You know, like that the brother posted that video of that woman who said that she don't think that a man or having a man in the household is substantially important, which is stupid shit. You can tell that same dumbass mindset was raised up on her, and her mama put her daddy out the house, and it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until we have this shit we got today, which is these nigga nuggets, man. You know, capping each other's fucking caps back. It says, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair. So you don't have to have the best hairstyle. You know, with that broid goes in the braids, I believe, and gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. So guess what, woman? If you want your hair done, do it yourself. If you're making money, shit, help the house. That's what you're supposed to do. Women that love to try to call out a scripture after they done fucking put a nigga on child support saying if he doesn't help his household, he's worse than an infidel. But they have the money to help the household, and they do not. A woman believes in this, and when the world pushes that, they make it into a joke, and then it's also a joke that's taken seriously. That your money is hers, and her money is hers. It ain't no sharing with that. You got to be happy like fucking George Jetson was when he was about to give his woman a nice a nice little piece of money, and she took the whole entire wallet and left him with crumbs. That's the mindset of America, man. And it's sickening that it's niggas that call themselves being in the truth that push this. So you brothers better, hey man, you niggas better repent and be brothers. Shit. I want to call you brothers, but that's not brotherly to push such things or to be slick for it. Because who brother are you? You fucking you pacifying the enemy, man. Eve is the enemy until she be found out to not be. Until you have a woman that is fully accepted down. Until she is like that Phoenician woman that was by Yahushua who called her a dog and said that the dogs eat from the crumbs of the master's table, that woman ain't shit. But I just wanted to chime in on that, just bring out a few scriptures, man, on this guy and this same madness. I'm going to end it off and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Kakodash. Shalom and the Bible Ball.